We're live! Hey everybody, it is Sunday night. It is Atop the Fourth Wall plays Descent. Hope y'all are having a good night here. We're in the middle of Pride Month, which reminds me, of course, I need to shill the merchandise. Say, did you know that I make robo-mats, which come in various Pride colors?
I did not know that, no.
You didn't know that? Well, fortunately... Join me with Pride Robomat. So how fortunate then that I have this message that I am pinning to the top of the chat to promote that. Wow! Isn't that amazing? That's incredible. You should buy one of those immediately. Especially because my printer's not doing anything right now. Other than, printed me this new prop Zippo lighter. Because the other one was having issues. This is a different design one, so it's very clicky.
You 3D printed a Zippo lighter?
I mean, it's not an actual lighter; it's just a prop.
Well, I know, but okay, that's
man. 3D printers can do anything. Okay, they're like the friggin' what is it? The Cosmic Cube? I don't know.
There's also a fidget inside of it, of a little gear thing, but unfortunately it takes a lot of resistance, so it actually kind of feels uncomfortable to do that. But I just like flipping it open and whatnot anyway, so.
Question, did you ever figure out a way to make an intersex type robomat?
I don't think we ever figured that out. I don't think we decided on how we were doing that. 3D printer died again. It did die earlier today. It was reporting like filament was not passing through the AMS buffer. But then I discovered that for some reason it was doing that because there was actually a piece of filament stuck in the extruder, which I just fixed that and everything worked fine. So, yeah, everything's working just fine. I have restocked on mini Comic-Con 1 models because I needed to print because I ran out of those. Yeah, so anyway, joining us this evening, we got a bit of a full house here tonight. We've got Crimson.
Hi.
We have Eliza.
Yep, I'm here alongside Zen.
Hey, Zen.
She's currently in the bathroom.
Hi, Zen! We got Lotus.
Good evening, everyone.
We have our Lord and Savior, RN Jesus.
Hello.
And we got Xandrew.
Hello, everybody. Happy Pride Month, but also happy Ghostbusters Day.
Hell yeah, Ghostbusters, let's go! All
Naturally, it being Ghostbusters Day, I'm playing Descent.
As you do.
Samurai the
Let's
Cat,
go,
I don't
robots.
work today. SBR vlogs will return. That's neat. I should also know we are only going for an hour and a half. I'm just putting my foot down on that now. I have lots of scripting to do. I'm done Metal Gear Solid. I have finished recording all the footage. I beat the game. You can see my Blue Sky thread where I was complaining about the Metal Gear Rex fight. That was a pain in the ass.
That was funny.
Tells me to use the goddamn chaff grenade. The chaff grenade does nothing. Oh, well, it's not. It jams his missiles so they won't target you. Well, the missiles that got shot up my ass would disagree with that assessment.
Well, clearly stop it. It's more along the lines that it makes it slower.
You gotta use nanomachines.
Nanomachines, son.
Wrong game. Right franchise, though.
No, he still has nanomachines in this. They just mention it a few times. As opposed to it being the excuse for everything.
Yeah,
And here's the thing. I beat Rex, basically by cheesing it. One person kept, just trying to find stuff that I could use to cheese the fight and try to beat it, and I eventually did, thanks to the helpful advice. But it took like a few hours to do that after several failed attempts, and it just felt really, really unfair. Like I would not have been able to figure this out without outside help, because like the narrow margin you have for basically luring out the laser, running away, fire missile, go back, go into laser again without triggering the bullets to shoot at you. I still got shot by the bullets a few times because there's a little narrow window there to do that. And then all the things said, okay, you can repeat this process for stage 2. No, you can't, or at least not easily. Because after the cutscene, the angle of everything shifts to a 45-degree angle, so it's harder to constantly move back and forth in that position. Because now I have to hit different button combinations to do this, and I'm readjusting myself constantly to fire the Stinger missile, and it just makes it that much harder. And even then, I'm no longer aiming up and to the right to fire at his arm. I now have to aim directly upwards to hit the cockpit where Liquid is. Except there's this big ass jaw in front of me that is blocking the shots. And even then, for some reason, it won't let me go up past a certain point for looking up. So I had to figure out an entirely different way of cheesing it, which is that he does not have any kind of sensors to identify anything behind him.
Yep, amazing.
I'm actually curious, because, this is a classic boss. It's been around for, 30 years. I'm actually curious if you had, unique difficulty because you were specifically playing the PC version.
It's entirely possible that is the case, although when I was commenting on this on Blue Sky, several people said, yeah, going back to the game was really a pain in the ass for that fight.
Okay. Also, we got 2 super chats. Benjamin Hall says, I understand that Crimson is high. H-I high. And Danny Fenlon says, the new Predator movie was fantastic, so I must ask, which Starfleet captain would you want to see fight a Predator?
Obviously Cisco, because he would put up the most fair fight.
I mean, the guy managed to punch Q in the face.
Otherwise, no spoilers on the new Predator movie because I have not seen it yet.
I will say though, in relationship to you trying to get stuff actually taken care of in Metal Gear Solid, man, at least you didn't spend 2 episodes of your stream trying to figure out how to get up into a fucking window that you had to remember to shoot before you went out there. Right, Lotus?
I'll give you some credit for that one. You didn't have to remember anything. You'd think you'd be able to climb up on a sill and break the window, but it's not like you tried and failed to climb. You just your character didn't animate, so we thought the game was broken.
Yeah, we thought the game was broken because I'm still playing Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine.
Also, Negativity
Oh my god.
You know bit that's coming for us in the universe with Entropy into Nothing? Well, I gotta switch too.
Neat. I'm not buying a console at launch. That thing's too expensive. Money is already tight this month as it is. So, again, any merchandise help you guys want to give is greatly appreciated. But yeah, money is tight enough as it is. But still, $450 for a new Switch, I don't need that. There is nothing that's going to be on the Switch 2 right now that I need to have right this second. Mario Kart 8 is still there. As far as I know, the Pokemon game will run just fine on the other Switch.
Well, I was just gonna
Yeah,
say,
it
yeah, like
should.
Switch 2 right now. I mean, I know it's been out for like 5 minutes, so I'm gonna be a little fair here. But like right now, Switch 2 has PS5 syndrome, where its whole thing is that it plays Switch 1 games better. It has one Switch 2 game, which is Super Mario Kart World. If you don't care about that, you really don't need a Switch 2 right now.
And even
Yeah.
still, I haven't run into a lot of the technical problems a lot of other people have had with their Switches. Like my Switch has always been just fine. People would always complain about Scarlet and Violet's glitches and all the issues they were having and slowdowns, stuff like that. Like, yeah, no, that hasn't been a problem for me like at all. I've been playing just fine. I've enjoyed it. Like occasional pop in, but like I just kind of expect that from video games nowadays.
Even if you have Joy-Con drift, like drift is a thing in Switch 2 too.
Drift is a hardware issue, and even then, I don't have the drift issue anymore because I switched over to a Switch Lite.
And
Yeah, I have a Switch Lite. I've never had a Joy-Con issue because I don't have them.
I'm a portable gamer. I'm mobile guy. I am not a as you will see, I'm keeping a death count in the script for the Metal Gear Solid review. You will see
Nice.
I'm not a gamer. I play video games, but you are not talking to pro gamer here.
So when are you gonna play OG Metal Gear Solid 3 with Ape Escape, and then Subsistence Metal Gear Solid 3 without Ape Escape, but with right stick analog camera controls?
I have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
Hey, Lotus. Hey, Lotus, shut the fuck up.
What did you say? You want the Monster Hunter crossover and Peace Walker?
You are not ready for that.
Benjamin Hall, but is any of this conversation about 2 canon? I'm not sure what that means.
you know,
About two what?
Pokemon. 2 canon for Pokemon.
I hate you.
Okay, so that's why I said that. Also, my rule with the new console is, if there are not 5 games that I want to buy, I'm not buying it.
That's fair.
And even then, you can wait for the console and the games to go down in price and get patches that fix
Exactly.
whatever's wrong with it at lunch.
You should tell J Manor to add the death counter to the title cards. I did tell them where my death counter was at the point where I was giving them ideas for the title card. Otherwise, yeah, we're gonna call the game early we're gonna call the stream early tonight. Because I need to get back to scripting it. I'm at the point, like I said, I finished the game. I'm now going through the footage and writing the script up. I've written up the occasional joke in it as I've gone along, or like little observations and notes. But most of it has just been, but most of the scripting has actually just been me going through all the footage I recorded of it, and it's been wonderful. I think the script is really good. Problem is, the episode's going to be really long. We're only at the point where Solid has been captured and he's being tortured, and we're 18 pages in. That means this episode is going to be minimum 40 minutes, and there's still a lot of game to go through. Which, by the way, another complaint I have about the game, it feels like the second half of the game is like is basically a boss rush.
Yeah, and that tower
Yeah,
climb.
there's
how
also
you
a lot
like
of
that tower
back-
climb?
Don't even get me started on the goddamn tower climb up the frickin' communications tower.
The
you
tower
know what's
Oh my
funny?
god.
By the way, that's where I discovered that, you need to have the body armor equipped for it to be helpful.
Yeah. By the way, you might get a kick out of this. There's a ranking, like big boss ranking, where you beat the game with only like 3 times the alarm went off. But the game has a couple of moments in them where the alarm is scripted. So basically, for non-scripted alarm instances, you need it to be perfect. You basically need 0 alarms.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Clockwork Soul, see, if they had you playing a Hitman game for review, you could be introducing people to Propano and telling them to stop being infected! Thank you,
true.
Timmy Tommy. Can we have a
do
moment
that.
of silence for Muppet Vision? All right, let's do this. All right, that was exactly 1 moment.
Yeah, that's exactly 1 moment. I love that.
All right, will Lewis ever try some Doom the Dark Ages? I know it's missing the Mick Gordon factor. Oh, is Mick Gordon on it? Well, yeah, actually, yeah, he was. I remember Mick Gordon was making tweets about and talking about how he was abused while working on the other games, which sucks because the music was so good.
Yeah.
But yes, I will play Dark Ages eventually. As I said, money's tight, can't afford it. Xander gave me $100 last week, which I won't see for 2 months. But I'm planning on getting Doom the Dark Ages next month because I have a better paycheck coming than this month's was.
Hell yeah.
But in the meantime, we should get to the descent.
Yeah,
Into madness.
probably.
You do.
Also, T-Elite, no, there is no gaseous snake, but there is solidus snake.
Which is dumb.
Yeah.
So, since Lewis
Oh, right.
is,
1 second here. I got
streaming-
1 second. I gotta
Record.
record. 1 second.
Is the mic on?
Start recording.
Oh my
Boom.
god, Zen.
And by the way, did you listen to the post-credit stuff, the phone conversation?
Yep. Mr. President.
Yeah. Dun 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 dun. Metal Gear Solid 2's post-credit
the-
conversation is like arguably more insane. Looks
Oh,
like
that's
it crashed.
interesting.
Did it crash?
I believe the game just crashed.
Yeah.
I believe that is definitely crashed.
Fuck.
I will say that solidus isn't as dumb as people think it is, because solidus is literally the temperature at which liquids turn to solid and solid turns to liquid.
Yeah, it says which an alloy.
That still sounds. It sounds like a fake word.
Oh, it's a
That's
scientific
fair.
word.
Only true
All
chemistry heads will know.
All
All
science
science
words sound fake.
1 second here. It still thinks the game is on when it is
Like,
not.
what the fuck is a spanner, okay?
A wrench.
No, it is not. Just say fucking wrench.
Nanomachine, son.
Anyway, while Lewis figures this out, I just want to let you guys know I finally published my episode on wrestling with superpowers. Although it's on fucking
Dailymotion.
because they claimed my cat. WWE owned Team A, and I have no idea how that happened.
The BBC claimed footage of Me Too when they when they were claiming just like a long string of clips together. Content ID is stupid.
Yeah. So, like, I'm disputing it, but because I want people to actually see it, like, I'm just putting it on Dailymotion, and I've decided that I'm just going to put all of my, like, quote-unquote lost episodes where I have content ID problems with it.
Let me share the game with you guys again.
One.
I was going to say, yeah.
Hasbro claimed my own content against me.
Oh, yeah, no. They've straight up claimed Hime telling them that, like, stop that shit.
I have the biggest problems with Hasbro because whenever I do anything based on anything that Hasbro owns, I will get a content ID claim, and it's usually for not any of the scenes that has anything that Hasbro actually owns.
Yeah, my problem is that the WWE pretty much, and it's weird because it was only WWE, like TNA and AEW were like, nah, it's fine. Like, they didn't claim me at all.
So I don't remember what the hell we were doing.
I believe you were looking for a core and looking for a way out.
I was gonna say, weren't you trying to blow this up so you could leave?
I mean, that's every level. That's a general mission statement versus what we're actually doing.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I want to hear more internal whining about your bosses. Just send people like us to do the dirty work. Like, yeah,
Right?
like you knew this going in. This is your job.
I don't get why people say that kind of stuff. God damn it. I don't get why people say that kind of stuff. It's
So
like,
down
okay,
uh,
and
yeah,
down.
and?
What? Do the dirty work for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you chose the job of a mercenary who gets paid well to do other people's dirty work. Like, I don't know what you thought was gonna happen. Well, they couldn't do it themselves. Yeah, no shit, they couldn't do it themselves. They're guys
That's why they hired you.
They pilot a desk. You pilot a fighter.
Like, the entire world's economy is based on people doing things that you cannot or will not do yourself.
Yeah.
1 second. Lewis, you forgot to turn on the gameplay for the stream.
Oh,
right.
Yeah, the stream can't. What are
I
they
just
seeing?
got killed. There you go.
So all they see is just Linkara staring at the screen. Wow, that was a good one. And they're like, oh damn, wish I could have
That
seen
is
that.
funny.
Oh no, 100% successful trip.
This is why I have you people here.
Reminds me of an Uncle from Another World anime.
By the way, you are recording, right?
Yes.
Is your mic on?
I don't think we would be able to hear him if his mic wasn't on. I'm just
Zen,
saying.
yeah, Zen, I want you to think about that question for a second.
I am a bunny.
You are a person and you are talking to me. You are hearing my voice. You are hearing the words that are coming out of my mouth. So unless I scream really loud, which is entirely possible, I suppose.
Angry bunny noises.
Okay, I'm laughing too much. I need to stop.
That really would have been something though, if like 30 minutes of the stream was just like Lewis at his desk, and it's just like I guess the gameplay must be something.
Well, it's even worse because that means I didn't record any of the footage of that of me dying there.
Yeah.
This is why Descent will not have a death counter in the episode.
Oh, that's good? Question mark?
Hana says that he agrees that I am a bunny.
Okay, I think the only way the death count will work is if you asked Landy Pator, "Hey, can you voice Krillin for me every time like I go through?"
Okay, again, I was in the voice Red Claw's Voices of the Void stream, and there was a chatter who offered to make me a Linkara owned counter in the style of the Krillin owned counter. But the thing is, that counter was for more than just Krillin dying.
Yeah.
And therefore, like having a Linkara owned counter does not work because this is just me dying.
Wasn't the first time that Krillin got put the Krillin on counter showed up was when Raditz smacked him through a wall with his tail?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, frickin' Red Hulk. Oh, the game is running a little laggy right now. I think I need to reboot my computer, but I'm not going to do that right now.
I was gonna say, don't do it.
See, another good reason why we're going to stop early.
You can reboot your computer?
Exactly. It's probably been on for too long.
Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe that'll help with the crashing.
Ah, God bless it.
Red Hulk, more like Dead Hulk.
More like Kill Me Hulk.
One Hulk, two Hulk, Red Hulk, Blue Hulk.
Oh my God.
These are your friends, just so you know.
I know, right? I made the hideous mistake of saying, "Here, come hang out with me while I play video games."
You really did. This is your own making, really.
Yep. I did this to myself.
I mean, that's kind of how streamers do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
T-Elite555, if someone could read his super chat when it comes up, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, waiting for it to come up.
And technically, there was a Blue Hulk when...
It was when you said that one time.
When Rick Jones became A-Bomb.
Red Hulk, Dead Hulk.
Classic Watcher says, if Killer 7 has taught me anything, is that dead is considered a color. Fair.
Fair.
That is a thing. That is weirdly a thing.
Technically in comic books, dead is on the emotional spectrum with the Black Lantern.
Yes, there was a
And so is light.
God, no, I'm not getting into this.
Yeah, Linkara, this is a deep cut, but do you remember back at that old MagFest where we reviewed, like, the Killer 7 comic book?
Yep, and I had absolutely no context whatsoever for anything because I've never played a single bit of Killer 7, nor even know what it's about.
There's one joke, or it's not a joke or a reference or whatever, that I just kind of like retroactively regretted not making, but I forgot what I said, but you asked about something like if there was Pokemon in the game, and I said no, but I could have said that there is a Super Sentai team, because there is, and they're called the Handsome Men, and one of them is Handsome Dead, which is apparently a color.
What the fuck?
I just thought something hilarious. I just thought something really hilarious. If Marvel and DC ever do another Amalgam Comics, they need to have the Hulks and the Green Lantern be fused together.
No! Nobody
Also,
needs to have that much power.
And T Elite says, I heard a rumor that the person who made the stream thumbnail has now opened commissions to make pixel sprites aside from Minecraft skins. It's very interesting. I should go to the description.
Oh, wow. That seems like a great idea. Someone should look into this T Elite 555 person. What a great idea.
And Jay Manor says, at least you have a proper mic that works.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, Jay Manor's trying to work on getting a new microphone to actually join us on stream. The previous times that he has come on, unfortunately, it sounds very echoey and hard to hear. So we're trying to get so he's trying to get that fixed up. But it's unfortunately he's running into a few problems, which sucks. But I'm sure he will get there eventually. Also, wow, there's like just a bunch of shields hanging out in here. I'm happy to take them.
This looks like you're just in a different level, like a gray cave.
Yeah,
I entered the wrong. So there's like 3 yellow key doors, and I entered the wrong one.
Ah, that explains.
I'm not complaining about that. That just means I got like a bunch of shields and stuff for going into the. Oh, there's the exit. For going into the other yellow key area, which will be very helpful to us. Oh, there's a okay. I went the wrong way.
Yeah, with all these shields, it's like Kara's Rise of the Shield hero now.
Oh God, no.
Zach Fett says, evening, Linkara. Been rewatching History of Power Rangers. Surprised you didn't mention that apparently Zed and or Rita are Jewish.
I feel like I mentioned that in their wedding because they added in a bunch of there's red key because they added in a bunch of references to that for their wedding, but I probably should have mentioned that. But then again, I'm not an expert on it, so I didn't want to speak out of my ass.
That is fair.
Benjamin Hall says, Eliza, are you saying you hate the Hulk and Grundy fusion from Doctor Strange fate?
Yes.
But Lewis, we actually caught up. We are right. We just finished SBD of History of Power Rangers. We need you to finish Mystic Force so we know what happens afterward.
Just watch the old version that someone probably uploaded somewhere.
Yeah, we want to watch your version.
We want to give you the money.
Yes.
I mean, that's fair. I do appreciate getting the money.
Okay. So we're waiting for that. We're about halfway through. Also, I something to update the chat with. I bought my first comic books for the first time in what, like 15 years?
What did you get?
Comic book. Let me go grab it. Hold on.
One of the ones you got was Absolute Green Lantern.
Linkara, that just gave you a lot of shields. Connect the dots, my dude, for an old game. Yeah, no, Descent doesn't work like that.
Yeah, Descent. If Descent wants to kill you, then there's a good chance it will.
Yeah.
We have, you can't see it, but I have here Jeff, the land shark. It's
naturally.
Jeff number 1, because it's Jeff. I got the Amazing Spider-Man number 1. I'm not sure which print.
I think that's volume like 9 now.
Yeah, but I saw.
Wow, that's worth tens of thousands of dollars. Impressive.
I like Spider-Man, so I tried that, and I got the first 2 Absolute Green Lantern because the covers are amazing.
And that's from what I've been hearing from pretty much everyone who's reading it. Absolute Universe is really good.
That's good to hear.
Man, a bunch of nerds talking about comic books. Wherever would that ever happen?
Who the hell talks about comic books? That seems like loser talk right there.
Right?
I do love the fact that the best Marvel and DC comics out right now are their alternate universes.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. But yeah, I talked to my mom about getting my long box back. I still have my old stuff, but this is my first time in a while. I wanted to get into Green Lantern because I'm a huge fan of lanterns. Otherwise, I like Jeff the Landshark because Marvel Rivals. The rest were just impulse buys. They are very expensive though. $5 a comic is a lot.
Oof. Yeah. Do they up prices again?
Yeah, it's now about $5 a comic.
Ah, screw that.
It was about like 21, 25-ish. And it was like, I don't have a lot of free money, but I wanted to get, a little treat just to try to get back into it. I'm liking the look of it. I just need to sit down and read them.
Also, Megatimikami says, some quick news. They're officially doing a remake of Persona 4.
Yeah, I did see that. And they're apparently on Black Ops 7, which I joked with Cody earlier. I was like, man, can you imagine if I aged myself in Call of Duty years? I'd be like, man, I was working at GameStop at Black Ops 3.
Yeah, I remember when zombie mode was a new concept.
Right?
I remember when I first learned about Call of Duty. It was only 5 years ago.
It's been a lot longer than that.
Yeah, I know. I only learned about it 5 years ago.
Never really got into Call of Duty myself.
Yeah, I think I played Call of Duty for a grand total of maybe like 15-20 minutes at a friend's place. We were doing a little zombie mode. I died quickly because I don't play Call of Duty. It's like,
wait a second. How can you guys not know about Call of Duty? It's the only FPS video game that's been published the last several years.
I mean, Call of Duty is like the Fortnite.
It's the only one that
talk about it.
It's the only one that one CEO said so, and that's why he's going to that's why he's going to revolutionize FPS games with his battle royale mode.
Yeah. Okay.
And ZachFest says, speaking of alternate universes, have you seen that Jason Lives comic where Jason Todd survives his attack and goes through therapy?
I have not. You cannot open this door. Why can't I open that door?
No. Also, speaking of Jason, moving over to Jason Voorhees, has anybody else seen the Summer Camp Counselor Jason comic strips from online?
I've seen like a couple of them. They're amusing, but I haven't like read them in sequence. I've just seen them anytime someone posts them on Blue Sky or something.
They are surprisingly awesome.
Well, that's good.
Okay, so why can't I go in there? Okay, there's more red doors, so that's probably it. Nope, there's the one over there.
Oh.
No, the Summer Camp Jason stuff stopped around 2.5 years ago. It ended with, I believe Jason getting into a relationship with Harry?
Good for him! Whoop.
Good for him!
Sorry, what?
Yeah. Also becomes friends with, Michael.
Best buds!
That TikTok video I've seen of them all going to the fair.
What's next? They're gonna start up a boy band or something?
Actually, they did on TikTok.
I was gonna say.
I know. Dear Lord.
Backstreet Boys, they're amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Backstreet Boys are awesome.
I know. I'm still flabbergasted still.
Good for him. Dies immediately.
I know.
Jason has a relationship with what's her name? Oh, cool. Just gets blown up.
Yeah. Everyone in chat give lots of praise to Kana. She's been on a diet for I think a month and a half, and she's gotten so much skinnier. She's looking so much healthier, and she's so filthy today. So everyone praise Kana.
Yay, Kana!
No, I can see her hip.
Oh my god!
She had to lose weight because she was like 20% overweight.
I mean, they say that about a lot of cats, though. Like, they're like, Echo's overweight, and I'm like, Echo's a fucking beanpole. He's a long teen.
Yeah, like, we basically what I did was I cut down her food. We emphasized treats, but like we only feed her twice instead of 3 times, and that really helped. She does not like it, but now I can actually see her hip, so she's doing very good.
Also, she's obsessed with my fan.
So she's
I mean, that's not the worst thing.
I have this tiny little desk fan that I use, and she is obsessed with it. She spends like half the day just sitting in front of it, staring at it, and licking it.
Yeah, that's weird.
She's a cat.
Okay, so we went through red doors, and supposedly the last door is closed off to us. So, what are we doing wrong here? I may have you look this up. One of you guys.
Not it.
I don't know how much that's gonna help. I don't know if there's like level walkthroughs of this game.
Yeah, there are. Especially if there's like a weird hidden thing that I'm not doing right. There is an area over here that I haven't been to.
Yeah, I see that hallway on the right side. Also, T Elite says, the other day Crimson said they had more cat games than Star Wars games. Me.
It's true.
Chuka Kitten game when? I'll take your word on that being a Star Wars cat or something.
To be fair, I also have more cat games than Star Wars games. I have like 5 cat games. I have like 1 Star Wars game.
Okay,
I have
but
a
like I
bunch of
own
Star Wars
almost
games.
every Star Wars game is the thing.
Yeah, I got a lot of Star Wars games on GOG. I probably have a couple cat. Like I think I have Cat Quest 2 or something. Like it was one of those cheaper free games or something.
Right.
Has anybody here played Resident Evil 7?
I have
What is
not.
Resident
So I have.
Yes, it's one of the best Resident Evil games.
I don't know what a Resident
Okay,
Evil.
so yes, Minspy, it's worth it for $10. I mean, like when it was first released, it was like what 70 or 80 because it had a battle pass or whatever. I got it for
Yeah.
10's even better.
I would have to say that the top 5 Resident Evil games are the best one to me so far is Resident Evil 7. Yeah, even though I love 8 with Big Lady in it, 7 is better.
Fair enough.
I'm not there yet, so my favorite is either going to be OG2 or OG4. I have not played the remakes yet.
My second favorite is OG2 because that was my first Resident Evil game, and it's also goddamn amazing.
It's amazing. Also, Zach Fett, yes, Crimson has played and I think streamed Stray.
Yes. Yes, I have.
The worst Resident Evil game is Resident Evil 6 by a fucking...
Are you sure it's
Field.
not Code Veronica?
No, I like
No,
Code Veronica.
Veronica's good, it's
Got-
just stupid hard.
Yeah, Code Veronica is fun. It's just hard as balls. 6 is mind-numbing.
Yeah, the only
I
two
haven't gotten
games.
to
The
six
only.
yet.
The only
I haven't-
3 Star Wars games I don't have are Bounty Hunter, Jedi Power Battles, and Outlaws. That's
Wait,
it.
wait,
I have
so-
every other game.
You have Terra Kasai?
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
Why is that impressive? Lots of people have Terrace Kasi.
A lot of people? That's a console game that nobody likes.
Yeah,
I never really...
but it's a Star Wars fighting game that we like to make fun of.
Hey, we
I
could
never
play
Yeah.
the Gamorrean Guard.
Because it features the iconic Star Wars characters Thok and Hor.
Yeah, Hor is the Gamorrean Guard?
Hor is the Tusken Raider.
Okay, so Thok
Yeah.
is the Gamorrean Guard?
Yep.
Yes.
Alright.
The best
But yeah,
Star Wars
I'm
characters.
I'm not at Resident Evil 6 yet, but yeah, like I hear, like, we'll find out. So far, my worst might be Survivor 2?
Okay, but Jedi Protector, have you played TIE Fighter versus X-Wing? Because that's also a thing.
Yeah, there's TIE Fighter, there's X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, and those games are stupid hard, even if you know what to do.
They are. They're very hard.
I tried both X-Wing and TIE Fighter. I don't know if I did X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, but like, I got to a point where like it was like unbeatable, and I was only on like the first couple levels. So they are insanely difficult.
Okay, so the doors were open when I came in, and then they locked up. So I think I have to go through them very quickly after leaving the room.
Also, Jay, we aren't counting Umbrella Chronicles. I like counting it for what? That game's fantastic.
Yeah.
Hey.
Also, AW64 says, "Hey, Linkara, what could the 7th Doctor do against someone like Crazy Steve?"
Manipulate him and destroying himself.
Don't they? Just do whatever they want.
Yeah, seriously.
Just wave their sonic screwdriver and make whatever it is go away.
That's not how the 7th Doctor operated.
Yeah, the 7th Doctor didn't really do that. He was more...
Explosions.
Yeah.
He was more make your enemy destroy themselves.
Okay. Also,
And he was also like a lot of like Ace has C4 for some reason.
Also,
Yeah, it's a lot of C4.
Also, Crimson, for a deep cut, Soul Calibur 4 for Darth Vader, Yoda, and the Apprentice, who is Starkiller before Starkiller.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't have those things that have like that would be like I would then have to own Fortnite, and I don't.
That's true, yeah.
So those doors open. How do I get this door to open?
No, more like the 7th Doctor's assistant is Fat Man.
Yeah.
Who's Fat? Are we talking? Who's Fat Man? Metal Gear Solid 2 Fat Man?
Yes.
Oh.
I thought you meant the Fat Man, like one of the nuclear weapons from Fallout.
No, no.
Well, that's the joke. Is that the
Well,
Metal Gear
Star
Solid
Wars
character-
Funny story, that's also the name of the actual nuke.
Yeah, Metal Gear
Yes.
Solid 2 Fat Man is named after Fat Man.
Fat Man and Little Boy, the nukes that were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Also, okay, what is going on with this door? Okay, so this one is locked. I can't get into it. Those ones open up when I leave. Eliza, could you look up what I need to do to get through level 21?
Sure, give me a second. Level 21, Descent. I mean, I've played Descent before, but I don't know if I ever beat Descent 1.
No kidding, this game is ridiculous. Linkara-AtopTheFourthWall says one of the doors that opens has a trigger in it that opens the center.
Ah. Okay, okay. Well, I'll play this game here.
Okay. Da-da-da.
One of them has a trigger inside of it, so let me just that open it. I can't tell if it did or not.
Yeah, it says here that you have one behind one of the doors that opens when you come in. There's a trigger.
Huh.
All right, I don't know what did it say what is involved in how to open the trigger or to activate it?
I'm looking through it on the thing. Give me a second.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hey.
Never mind, I got it.
Yeah, you got to adjust his eye on the part where it mentions it.
And then it closes.
Up. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, just as well, I need to figure out where the exit is from here.
Also, this isn't bad because you get to save mid-fight because there's just the save time.
Yep. Okay, so I go
Quantum of solace, if you
through.
will.
Where is the exit? Okay, the exit is out that door over there with the energy recharger. So might as well just save right here just to make life easier.
Why not?
Yeah, probably.
Alright, that's what I need to open. Alright.
Yeah, I know Fortnite is free, but I don't care.
Fortnite is
You're
fun.
like, what are you gonna do? Just click the thing that says you have it, and you're like, okay, now I have the game with the Star Wars characters in it. It's not like you're gonna play it.
I'm never gonna play Fortnite. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I'm old. Okay?
It's fun. It's just a perfectly fine like third-person shooter.
I mean, fair, but like, I'm the kind of person who like, I don't know. I just don't like a lot of people in my game, like at all.
Yep, I know that feel.
Yeah, I just don't like. I don't.
That's
like
fine. Your entire
watching
goal is to
my
pick them off one by one.
Yeah, but that involves
mean,
playing with them.
Yeah, it involves
Like,
playing.
give me a
with them.
single-player
I'm not
experience where I just do my own thing at my own pace.
Yeah, like I don't mind. I don't mind like stuff like Palia, because like Palia, yeah, there are people like other people on the server, but you don't have to interact with them. Like, you can do whatever you want. You can literally just ignore them.
And Mega Timmy Tommy says, yeah, I abandoned Fortnite after AI Vader. Yeah, that was a decision.
I have not encountered
Well, not
AI
just
Vader
that.
yet, thankfully.
Well, and the other thing is, too, is that he, like, James Earl Jones, before he died, literally said, yeah, you can use my voice for the rest of, like, forever.
Yeah,
I know,
and he was wrong to do so, honestly.
Yeah, no, I agree, but I mean...
It was his decision. I obviously it was his decision to make, but at the same time, it was the wrong decision to make.
Also, like, as people online have said, like, he probably thought that they meant they could use his voice for, like, Star Wars and not just shitposting in Fortnite.
Yeah.
Mines on Neptune moons are a
Like,
complete
not
loss.
even
Clear
up to
all of
studio
infected
for the
mechs and
players.
rescue hostages as per orders. Destruction of main reactor is still the prime directive. Preparing for the
One game play Fork Knife.
I think it's fun. I think the game is fun personally. I did that after I stopped playing Overwatch, so I give my recommendation that you think that the game is actually fun to play.
I will say there is one game that I like playing with a lot of people, and that's Marvel Rivals.
I will play Marvel Rivals eventually.
I
that's the new
love
Overwatch.
maining. I love maining Moon Knight, and I love maining, who the fuck else do I main? Moon Knight and Loki. Those are my two mains.
There's some great characters. I love Marvel Rivals. It still doesn't have, like, I think what it really means is more single-player content. I get that's the idea. I thought I would love it more for longer. I just fell out of it for a bit, and I feel like it needs more than multiplayer, personally.
Well, I play with my friends, so like, you know, I play against other people, but I play with a group of like 5 friends. So it's like a lot easier for me.
Yeah.
And we only play like like once a month or twice a month.
And TOE says a fun Star Wars game is Hunters. Shame is shutting down in October. Hope the characters get used after that.
There is one multiplayer game that's coming out later that I'm looking forward to because it's a sequel to a game that I absolutely adore.
What's that?
Subnautica! Yes, Subnautica 2 is going to have multiplayer.
That's nice. I haven't played the first Subnautica, so I don't know what's actually involved in it.
I'm super hype about October 29th, giving us Outer Worlds 2.
Oh, neat.
If for fucking $80, have fun.
Too bad that
Oh no, I'm not hoping to launch. Fuck that.
Remember
I'll
that
wait
time
till
Outer
it, like,
Worlds
goes-
1 was half that?
Yeah, like I'll wait till it goes on sale. Fuck that.
Yeah, I can't remember. Like, did I get it for free or for $20? Either way, I'm not paying $80. I'm not paying $80 for a video game in general. They can try to push this crap as much as they want to. I will get it used. I will get it some other way. I am not paying that much for a goddamn video game. Go to
But
hell.
again, Outer Worlds 1,
But-
$40 at launch. Like, $80 is a choice.
I mean,
I think
the Xbox
it's
Game Pass, I might get it on that.
I think I've only ever bought a game for $80 once, and that was because it was like the collector's edition.
Yeah, I've definitely done that before. It's just like, Outer Worlds 1 was 40, Outer Worlds 2 was 80. Like, 5 years later. Like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Don't you try to yeah. I'm not gonna let them normalize this behavior. It's just greed, plain and simple.
No, I get that, but like I've only ever bought a video game for $80. I think it was the collector's edition. And it was like, it came with like a steel book, it came with like a little figurine thing and a bunch of other crap. But like for the collector's edition, it was like a lot of fun kind of thing.
That makes sense though, because you're not just getting the base game. Making the base game $80 is nonsense.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Especially considering that the entire thing of Outer Worlds is talking about how just endless greed and capitalism is like disgusting and uncomfortable.
Yep.
Yep.
Right?
Just like having him do it in the sequel is just that's not cool.
Yeah, although I will say it is interesting that back in the early 90s, and I know this isn't the same, but when Final Fantasy 1 was released in America, it was $80 as well.
$80 in then money or $80 in now money?
I mean,
$80 in then money.
Well, good for them. They're wrong.
the only game that I can justify paying full price for is Pokemon. That's literally it.
Which
What
one?
the hell is shooting me? Where are
All
they
of
shooting
them.
from?
I buy them at launch.
Yeah, I've never. Okay, I haven't bought a Pokemon game
Well,
since.
the main ones, not like Mystery Dungeon, but I mean like Scarlet, Black, White, Soul Silver, those ones.
Been going
I
to
have a
game
friend that works
since,
in the-
Pokemon
long
games since
time.
Stadium.
This will be the first year I actually have to pay for Pokemon. And I'm weirdly,
Cheater.
That Descent, don't you?
When Legends EA comes out, it'll be the first Pokemon game I've bought since Pearl.
Okay, so the multiple discs. Somebody in the chat is asking, and Elite's asking in the chat about multiple discs. So usually, what would happen is you play through part of a game, and then it would say, "Please insert disc 2 to continue." Yeah. Then you'd have to take out disc 1, open the thing, put in disc 2, and then continue playing. That's literally how it would work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's essentially think of it like the Titanic VHS movie.
Oh yeah, like it's exactly like the Titanic VHS tape.
You know, that implies that they're old enough to know what a VHS is.
Yeah, I was gonna say, think of this
Oh,
thing that you're
Jesus
even less
Christ.
familiar with.
It's kind of like
Also,
how
the
on
VHS
Final
thing
Fantasy
even...
VII, the new version of Final Fantasy VII, Part 2, Rebirth, you have the install disc and you have the play disc, where half the game is on the install disc, and you install it all halfway beforehand, then you put it in the play disc and that installs the rest of it, and you play the game that way.
What is shooting at me when I first appear? I'm looking in all frickin' directions.
Chat is suggesting there might be stealth enemies.
There might be what?
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth
Chat is suggesting there might be cloaked enemies.
I'm pretty sure this thing isn't cloaked, because there's like only one direction where it can be coming from. I am shooting down, I am hitting nothing.
I know what a VHS is, I'm not that young.
Well, the thing is, though, the VHS example doesn't quite work, because you finish a tape, it's over, and then you put in another tape, and you start from the beginning. Like, you're watching two...
Alright, it might have been invisible, but, like, I've never seen this enemy be invisible before, so...
With discs, the game has to be in, like, a suspended state to accept the next disc.
Yeah, it does. Because, like, with VHS, there were dual VHS for, like, Meet Joe Black, but those are rare, and with the other ones, it's just more like, oh, hey, we have to suspend it so we have this data.
The first time I ever came across a 2-disc VHS tape was actually Ben-Hur, and I hated that film.
I think I remember seeing Gone with the Wind as multiple tapes, like at the video store.
Titanic, multiple, Meet Joe Black.
I like Titanic, though, but...
Well, I like Titanic, but I saw it in theaters, and that was it.
The problem is movies were used to be... Some movies were so long, and the medium by which they could hold them was just like, must be invisible. Could not fit all in one tape, so they just split it in half and do it that way. Now, you have to do that with video games as well, because there's just so much data they can't fit on CDs.
Yeah, and some of them would be... Like, usually it goes, like, please go from disc 1 to disc 2 or whatever, but there would be some larger, more ambitious games like Baldur's Gate where discs had areas, like regions.
And you'd have to alternate discs, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, you might go straight from disc 1 to disc 4 and then back to disc 2 because you're going to a different geographical location.
And it was the worst.
It's just where you are.
And it was the worst. I applaud the ambition, but it's such a massive pain in the ass to constantly have to swap out discs, especially when you're trying to go places.
I forgot something. You immediately go back and have to trade discs again.
Yeah.
I will say at least none of it is as bad as the greed that early Power Rangers had with Saban, where they released each episode of Power Rangers on their own VHS tape.
Yeah, Japanese FLCL says hi.
So, me and my brother had bought those when we were kids. We bought them secondhand, but we still bought them. We had like an entire bookshelf that was nothing but Power Rangers VHS tapes.
Yep. No, FLCL in the States was 6 episodes, 3 discs, and in Japan, 6 discs. Freaking criminal. I have the JoJo OVAs from like the 90s and early 2000s. 13 episodes, 6 discs.
It was common practice for VHS tapes to only have like 2 episodes of a TV show on there, even if it was only a half-hour one.
Yeah,
I have the old Slayers tapes.
1 episode on tape.
Yeah, I used to have Slayers on VHS. I have it on DVD now, but 26 episodes, 8 discs? It was like a few episodes per tape.
Even if you were willing to, and the thing is, even if you were willing to do discs that had lower quality to fit more episodes on there, sometimes there were just so many episodes of a series that like it was not viable to actually release the entire series that way. So they'd always pick out, like, either ones that just had the rights to it and it's easier to transfer, or really important episodes. So owning an entire series on VHS was just not practical back then. It's why DVDs were such a big revolution.
Anyways, I have to get going, so I will be streaming tomorrow and pretty much every single day this week, so people can catch me there on my Twitch channel of Eliza GWR. Bye!
All right. Good night,
Bye-bye.
Eliza.
Bye.
Is Zen still there, too?
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
I wasn't sure if Zen was leaving as well.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I gotta get going. We have stuff that we gotta do, but as soon as we set up the studio, I'll have a better presence.
It's all good. Also, this level is mean. I hate this level. This level is mean because it's launching out all the Vulcan cannon guys, and they all are like half of them are cloaked, and they're spawning from the goddamn enemy spawner, and they're hit scanners. This is the worst. This is, in fact, the worst level now.
Fair enough.
This would be so much worse if I was not cheating and, getting my lives. Actually, it's through the door. Can't you skip the level? I'm recording footage for a review.
Yeah, you could go right to the end credits if you want to, but, like, why?
It would defeat the purpose of having a review.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's okay. So listening to those things, I think that's like the sound effect of a pig, but digitalized or something.
Maybe.
God damn.
Yeah, because there's an enemy generator in there, so all these things, and these things are hit scanners, so it's like 6 of them all shooting me the instant I come into range.
Yeah, hit scan is just the worst thing. No mercy. Is this an infinite enemy generator situation?
It's hard to say. Sometimes it seems like they stop. Other times they seem to come back after like an hour or something like that.
Because that one level with the guys dropping mines was so painful.
Oh my god! The Robopoyos.
Alright, I think they've stopped. Hopefully. Maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't hear any more shooting, so maybe.
I don't hear any
Plug,
Robopigs.
though.
I don't hear any
Where am I going
Robopigs, so
then?
yeah, you're good so far. So far.
So far.
So far.
But only for now.
But only for now.
How are you doing, Jesus?
I'm hanging in there as best as I possibly can.
Oh, that's good.
I will admit this game.
What about the
I'm
game?
not a pilot in real life.
Say again?
Because I'm not a pilot in real life.
Well, at least if you were a pilot, you wouldn't be moving in full 360 degrees motion.
All right, let me rephrase that. At least I'm not a pilot in the Star Trek universe.
Oh god.
And Tealy says, by the way, for college, I have to do a 30s Blender animation of the character setting. I'm doing 2 characters because I'm crazy.
Ah. Well, good luck with it. Alright, blue key.
Blender's actually really cool. A friend of mine uses Blender and like has given me like a couple of like little videos with animations and stuff that's really cool. I even attempted my my first time. I looked up a tutorial how to do so and made my own Doctor Who tunnel sequence kind of thing.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty generic, but at the same time, I'm really proud of it. All of honesty, when I saw that, I'm like, oh, I could probably do a thing where I can make clouds or something like that I'm flying through. And anytime I try, it always seems to screw it up, and I'm like, what the flying fart? Why am I?
I suspect it's less that it's screwing it up and more just like clouds are very difficult for these things to render.
I got
Like so back when I was using 3D Studio Max, when I was a kid, I decided to make my own Star Trek intro sequence, and I had a ship flying through nebula, and clouds, especially wispy ones, are very resource heavy. It took like hours and hours and hours because it had to render each frame, and those clouds are not easy to render.
Oh, Linkara, I want to get some lives back.
Oh right.
Oh shit!
Cheater. Don't know why, but that just sounds hilarious to me every time I hear it.
It's just I do the rapid fire thing of just because it only gives me one life at a time. Okay, up and to the left. Yeah. God bless it.
Confound this darkness!
Alright, I'm gonna get out of here. I got stuff to do too, unfortunately, but I will be back next week.
Alright, have a good night, Crimson.
Yeah, have a lovely
Yeah,
night, Crimson.
you kids behave yourselves. Go see my new episode. Fuck. Oh, and I'm apparently streaming on Tuesday for some reason. Oh yeah, because we gotta finish Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine, right? Alright, well, see you guys later. Bye!
Bye-bye!
Bye!
Inward Brand says, I tried to download a legit digital copy of Transformers 1, and they want me to have an Apple TV account, which I don't. In order to do so, why can't I just get the file?
Because you could be pirating it!
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, with the account, they can know for sure it's an official release, but that also sucks, and this kind of stuff is why piracy exists, because the real thing is more difficult. That's why Netflix was so successful when it first came out, is you could just, like, watch movies. You just do it.
If you make it easy for people to acquire this stuff legally, they'll just do it legally.
That's the
Piracy is an accessibility problem.
Yeah, piracy used to be the much easier way to get things, but there was the chance of viruses. You don't know what they're uploading, so when stuff like streaming services first came out, they then became easier. Like, they cost, but you knew what you were getting. Now it sucks to get the product you're buying, so people are considering going the other way again.
It's still weird to think that Netflix. I originally remember Netflix just being like a service where you can like order DVDs of movies and stuff online.
Yep, they mailed to your house.
Yeah.
It was essentially Blockbuster, just like a mail order Blockbuster.
They had a greater movie selection because, you know, rights don't expire on DVDs, but you had to wait for them to mail to you.
To be fair, the rights did expire. It's because, especially with older movies, they hadn't been written into their contracts the possibility of new forms of media, replacing distribution and whatnot. And the movie and TV industry fought hard against VCRs. They fought hard against any kind of thing that for home video and stuff like that, because they wanted to. Because then, like, well, people won't go see re-releases of movies if they have it available for home. Oh, if people like can record a movie shown on TV or episodes on TV, we have no incentive to ever play a thing again. We don't keep making money on it. It all comes back to greed.
Yeah, but there is.
And then they realize, hey, we can actually make more money this way, and just like, oh, okay. Yellow key, your yellow door is forward and down and to the right. Anyway. Thought it was here. Where the hell did I... Okay, I overshot it, I think. Yeah. There it is.
According to Tivia, heck, Revenge of the Sith almost made $1 billion this year. What the fuck?
Yeah, it was wildly successful.
Yeah, people wanted it. People, there is a thing about the theater experience being different than home media. Now, mind you, they've made it easier with home surround sound systems and whatnot to emulate a theater experience, at least the quality of it, from home. But sometimes there is just nothing like actually seeing it in a theater with other people. And eating popcorn, etc., etc.
Yeah, if you've ever gone to those Rift Track showings, it's like, you know, Mystery Science Theater, the whole thing is just laughing in a movie with your friends. Rift Track's an enhanced version of that in the theater, because you have a whole movie audience doing it.
Yep.
There you go. You know, a movie theater experience. I keep bringing it up, but like, now that I think about it, I think it'd be really cool to see Ghostbusters on the big screen. I know I've seen like Afterlife and Frozen Empire, but like seeing the original in a theater, I want to know. I want to experience that, honestly.
Yep.
Yeah, those retro experiences are fun.
And I know that there are movie theaters that do that, so I think what I need to do is pay attention when that happens. Is the thing.
Yeah.
Well, if I ever see that happening in one of my local theaters, I'll let you know so you can check yours.
You know what? That might be. Actually, yeah. Thank you, Jesus.
Okay, there's the exit.
No problem. So I do know that my local theater right now will plan on showing, I think, Kiki's Delivery Service soon.
Oh, nice.
You know, I don't think I've seen any of the Ghibli movies in theaters, but the movies that I did see were very, very good.
Movies I am so glad I got to see in theaters. Of course, like some of the Godzilla movies of the 2014 all the way to now. Transformers 1 was amazing in theaters. Good lord.
I saw the Evil Dead trilogy for the first time ever in theaters. Like, so they were doing. There was a theater that was doing a showing of all three at the time, and I got to see them on the big screen for the first time with a great crowd.
That's good. I think my favorite theater experiences were the Star Wars original trilogy, but it was the first time they remastered them. But still, I got to see theaters. Watchmen, Mad Max Fury Road. That one is a must in theaters. And this is a weird one to bring up, but Hardcore Henry. That was very entertaining.
Okay, down and to the left. Yeah. There it is.
That's right. Every time I see the map pulled up.
I am so lost. Yeah. Screw it, I don't care about killing the enemy, I can just get out of here.
Oh yeah, 80s Transformers and Wrath of Khan would have been pretty wild in theaters.
Yeah.
You know, I've still never seen the entire 80s Transformer movie, but I did see Wrath of Khan.
Well, I'm doing a review of it after I'm done with Metal Gear Solid, so enjoy that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've seen clips of it, and they're pretty spectacular. Seeing that in the theater as a kid would have been absolutely insane.
I think I told the story before, but like, first time I learned that there was a Transformers movie, no joke, was at like a little sale thing that my school was doing, and then I saw a couple of media stuff, and then I see a VHS tape with like Transformers related stuff on it, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. Then I see Transformers the movie, and I'm like, wait, what? They had a movie? And I think this was before like the 2005 movie. No, not 2005. The first Michael Bay one came out, so I don't know about that. Go ahead.
I don't know when I learned about the Transformers movie. Like, I don't even remember if I was a kid or not. It's like, I didn't really follow Transformers. It's just at some point I was like, oh, this is a higher quality clip than I'm used to.
Like, the closest thing, when it came to Transformers, I know that, like, I did watch a good number of the episodes, like, on VHS. My town's video store had a good majority of the episodes. I think my favorite has to be, of course, the episode where I'm introduced to Omega Supreme. Like, freaking cool. But yeah, after watching the movie and being devastated on how in the world all that happened, I'm like, what the fart?
Also, hello, Vega in chat.
Vega!
Hey, Vega. Vega saw Star Trek 2 in theaters. I'm mad about that.
That's pretty sweet. That's another one of those movies that would have been like just mind bending. Like as a kid, seeing like the nacelle of the spaceship blow off. So they can do that.
I love so in the game Starfleet Academy, as a reference to Wrath of Khan, when you're fighting a Miranda-class ship, what you can do is you can target the photon torpedo pod on top of the ship, and that will blow off the nacelle in a similar way that it happened in the movie.
That's pretty sweet.
So
I like
actually,
little links like that.
Yeah.
It's like there was something like in Alien Isolation. There's one corpse you can see, like some guy's been killed, and he has a rolled up paper or magazine shoved down his throat, and it's like, hey, shout out to 1970s Alien.
Reference. We love it.
Yeah. It's just a little thing. They don't like focus on it or something. It's just like, yeah, if you notice it.
Yeah. Alright, so actually I turn myself around here. Where is... Okay, to the right.
Yeah, I'm gonna be weird in saying this, but like, how weird would it be to watch the original Independence Day in theaters? Because I definitely know that was meant for like big screen what the heckery.
Yeah, some movies are designed to take advantage of a theater space and whatnot.
I think I saw that in theaters.
I might have. I cannot remember.
Obviously, the alien super laser scene at the White House was like a showstopper.
It was supposed to be. It was a spectacle. You know, some movies are designed to just be spectacles. Avatar, obviously. I've never seen it before, but I know that people swear if you're going to see it, you see it in like the full 3D, IMAX, whatever kind of thing, because it's a very different experience. Frickin' die! Where's all my stuff?
Get alt control deleted.
These guys just launch frickin' concussion missiles, and they're the worst. There might be invisible enemies in here too. Alright, down and around.
Is there a cheat where like you don't drop your items when you die, or?
Not that I'm aware of.
I mean, whatever. You gotta go back that way anyway.
I mean, true, but at the same time, I am morbidly curious.
And even then, it's not... The point of the Bruin cheat is basically because I feel, this was made during a time when lives made more sense to have in video games, when it was still following the arcade model. But this game is... But I'm playing it for different purposes nowadays, so screw that. I'm just going to cheat and get as many lives as I can.
That's fair. Let's see. Alright.
That's not it, is it? No. Where did I go in to get here?
Okay.
I went in here. How did I get in here? Okay, farther down, I think.
Oh my god.
What?
Okay, so I'm looking at the number of codes, like cheat codes. There are some, and I see one where like destroy reactor instantly. Just destroy reactor instantly. There's a cheat code for that. What the fuck? That is insane.
Yeah, just done for funsies.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Especially if you don't know where the where the exit is. Or you're just like, you lost so much that you found the exit, but you can't find anything else. So it's just like, screw it, just blow it and get it done with.
Pretty much.
Speaking of, after we get out of here,
Where
do we go?
We gotta get a path to get out of here. Are there any fun cheat codes like DK mode in GoldenEye 64?
I can't really imagine what they would be in this game unless they make the enemies look like things.
Self-destructive sequence activated.
Let me take a look.
Okay, we're through here. I think it's just up. Yep, straight to the exit. See, only an hour and a half and we're still completing 2 levels.
That's not
Yeah.
bad. Exiting the mine.
Exiting the mine.
Because even the game testers got frustrated.
I do not blame them.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Neptune orbit. Proceed immediately to Triton Storage Depot. Work quickly. Material Defender. Intelligence reports from Pluto are alarming. So I think Pluto's the last of it.
Yeah, I believe so. I think there's 27 levels.
Last I checked, there were 30? Hold on.
Well, there are, but there are secret levels that we're not doing.
Yeah, so we have like seven maps left.
Yeah, I think Uranus and Neptune have 3 levels, and Pluto has 2 or something like that.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Are we still? What level are we? Like, what planet are we on? Are we on Neptune or?
We're on Neptune.
Yeah, we're on Neptune. We're on level 23 right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna die. Frickin' hit scanners.
Yep.
Don't die. It's cringe. At least that's what my friends keep telling me every time.
Well, there's one thing that motivates me as a content creator. It's not being cringe. I get up every day, go to Blue Sky and say, okay, now don't be cringe.
Yeah. Now remember.
All right, don't be cringe. Don't be cringe.
Damn it, I've already failed!
I was gonna make a joke. Anyway, want to talk about Star Trek? Dang it! That's awful of me. I'm sorry.
Yep, you're fired.
No! Don't fire me out of a torpedo. Wait, no, you fire a torpedo. Never mind. I failed. Don't, you can't fire me. I failed. Wait.
You can't fire me. I failed.
Where's the nearest airlock? Now remember, Linkara, when you're kicking somebody out, you kick them. You don't ban them.
Was that ban you? Gotcha.
He'll do it. It wouldn't be his first time.
I mean, I know. I'm well underwear.
Oh me, oh my, oh me.
Zach Fett, you can't fire me. I'm already dead. Maybe you many things, Linkara, but cringe is not one of them. Well, that's sweet.
Gee.
Of course I'm cringe. I talk about comic books. Who does that?
What is this, the 90s? Jeez.
The 90s will live forever! Oh god, the 90s to the 80s. No!
Oh god, the 90s will live forever.
Did you guys ever see the movie Mystery Men?
Yep.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, do you remember that bit where the villain goes, there are some people who say disco is dead. And
Disco
the
is
guy goes,
not dead! Disco is
so
life!
good. Disco's life! It's amazing.
Now, I may have never read the comic books based off the name of it, but like I still love the Mystery Men.
I didn't know that Mystery Man was based off of comics.
What about Deathman? Deathman is dead.
I forgot the other two the other two villains that the guy meant. Actually, hold on.
I just love the Thanks guy. Like, if you do not master your anger, then what? Then my anger will master me? You were going to say that, right? That's what you were going to say?
I wasn't going to say that.
Not necessarily. This was amazing.
Although I will say, like when they're getting ready to raid Dr. Casanova Frankenstein's castle, like when the Invisible Boy's like, what if I really can't turn invisible? The Sphinx actually, honestly, like probably the best advice he probably gave out. Do not go there, my son. If you doubt your powers, you will give power to your doubts. That's actually honestly good in a concept.
Yeah, but the joke is that that's every piece of advice he has is say a thing and reverse that thing. Teely says, one reason I love Star Wars Lost Stars, the idea that Vader was stuck for at least 4 hours in the tie after the Death Star blew up until someone picked him up. I mean, he would be. Like, he was in the middle of fucking nowhere. Like, the Death Star was where he would park, and now it's not there, and now he's in space, and there's fucking nothing in space.
What the hell is an aluminum falcon?
What was it?
Oh, it's the Robot Chicken reference where after the Death Star is destroyed, Vader calls up the Emperor and asks him for a pickup. What do you mean the Death Star's been destroyed? What the hell is an aluminum falcon?
Yeah, like he's incredibly lucky he was only drifting for 4 hours. There is nothing in space. Like, it's incredible that he went anywhere.
Well, I mean, he probably used like the Force to like feel out what was going on in outer space or something. I don't know.
Even if he did, where the fuck is that? Like, that doesn't make things come to him. Like, he's gotta go somewhere. Like, that must have taken forever.
And you know he got into the TIE fighter in a hurry during the middle of the battle, so it's not like he packed a book or anything.
Yeah, really. Like, he figured he was on the base that he would come back to in 5 minutes, and then the base was gone.
It's like you leave your. It's like
I leave the ship for 5 minutes. I leave the Death Star for 5 minutes, and look what happens.
You know what? I like that better.
The funny thing is, he was lucky that one TIE fighter juked and like bonked him away. Because if they had kept formation, he would have died.
Oh, that's a Purple Hulk. It's a new one. I think it fires fusions.
Ooh. Well, now you diffuse the situation.
I like that the thing says warning, biohazard. Not really your problem in this stage. Or
I mean, it's possible that maybe the walls touching me will kill me or something.
Oh my god, you exploded into nothing.
Oh, and Craig McNichol, I just figured Vader's personal TIE fighter had a tracking device to let folks find him. Yeah, with what reach? There's nothing in space. Who would have even been within range to find him? And even if they did, they'd have to get there.
Well, I mean, let me put this like this. Say that, like, the Death Star had, like, some kind of, like, communication to let people know, hey, it's still here. But then all of a sudden, like, the Death Star immediately dies. So, once, like, there's no more tracking on it, and the Empire would be like, what the fart? So they would go out to where they originally were. Then that's probably where, like, they can get into range of said tracking device of Vader's thing, and that's how they would probably pick him up.
Yeah, they would need to send a Star Destroyer to the general area and then try to, like, figure out what happens to one fucking TIE fighter. Like, good luck.
Yep.
Well, more like to check on the,
what the hell happened to the Death Star and pick up the debris and everything like that.
Just like Alderaan, they come out of hyperspace.
Pretty much, yeah. Oh my god, the Empire just had their own Alderaan moment when you think about it.
Except without Ben Kenobi saying, uh-oh, I got a bad feeling. A bunch of voices went silent. They were just like, let's see how the base that's definitely going to win is doing. Oh my god.
Don't frighten us with your sorceress ways. We have this battle station.
Yeah, Vader was right.
Yep.
I find a lack of faith.
The ability to destroy a planet is insignificant compared to the power of luckily bonking away because a TIE pilot got stirred by Han's movements.
That was totally the will of the Force.
Yeah, I knew that. I knew it.
See? Tarkin, I hope you're alive out there, because I am going to do the I told you so dance.
Yeah. Oh, I think Vader's TIE Advanced had a hyperdrive in it. That would be useful. But he would still need to pick a location that's nowhere near the Death Star.
I don't know if any time I get a chance to do the do my like kind of petty childish Darth Vader voice for reviews.
Yeah. Vader's Force Ghost finds Moff, whatever the hell his name is, Force Ghost.
Gideon.
Moff Gideon?
I don't know, the guy who... I remember, this was a long time ago, it might have been like a cracked article, but it had that picture of him, you know, when he's in the middle of going like, spare us your sorcerer's ways. It has a really good picture of him looking condescending, and the caption said something like, this guy was hired entirely for his sneer. because he has a really good sneer.
I do love this. Okay, so like, on the topic of Star Wars, but like to parody-wise, the Thumb Wars. I love like I love they parodied that scene only to like have the guy get choked out and have the head pop off. Like what the fuck?
I love how immediately after that they asked the $6 million question. I have a question. Why do we all speak with a British accent, despite the fact that there is no Britain in this and we all and yet there's no Earth and no Britain, yet we all speak with this accent.
Yeah, that reminds me of a joke in the Venture Bro.
It just force chokes him too. Just the silence.
No, that just reminds me of like an old Adventure Brothers episode. Somebody poured some wine on the Phantom Limbs carpet, and he's like, "Oh no! Like my Persian carpet, those are priceless." What with there not being a Persia anymore? But T Elite says Vader's Star Destroyer was in communication with the Death Star, getting feed of the battle. Useful retcon, and it suddenly went dark, and hours later they sent a light cargo ship to investigate. Good thing they wrote that after the fact, because New Hope was a standalone movie.
It's okay. The extended universe exists solely to fix all the continuity problems of the original movies, because we're not allowed to have fun.
No, I've said that about Star Wars before, is that like every single side project is some sort of like justification for poor writing in the official things. Like, but how, like, oh, but Luke and Leia made out. Oh, well, don't worry, there's justification for that. Or like, wait, why was that supposed to, like, what was it, like when Obi-Wan said, Vader killed your father? No, actually, he was your father. And instead of having Obi-Wan just dodging a line to make Luke feel better, they have Anakin come in the Obi-Wan show. You didn't kill Anakin, I did. It's like you don't need to do this.
You didn't kill Anakin, I did. Yeah, I get what you're, dude. It's just the lying side of the Force. You could just say you lied.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Not everything has to be a fix. Like, see, now it retroactively makes sense. Yeah, but it also feels like you're trying to fix something. Just do a Star Wars.
The lying side of the Force.
Yeah. It's just like Obi-Wan's a certain point of view line in Return of the Jedi. It's like, it's called you lied, and I understand why you lied, but don't give me this, well, technically Anakin's kind of dead because who he was is no longer, like, shut the fuck up.
He's more machine now than man. Twisted and evil.
Yeah.
By the way, machines are twisted and evil. This is why we hate droids. I made so many remarks like that in my Return of the Jedi review. I loved it.
He hates droids. We don't want them here.
They're evil. They're twisted and evil. Obi-Wan Kenobi said so.
Scum and villainy. We'll take this guy who has the death sentence of 12 systems, but fucking C-3PO, nah, man, he's killing our buzz. Get him out.
Okay, so like I'm gonna throw my throw in my devil's advocate on why that is. It might have been because of the Clone Wars, and along with the Separatists and the machine droids kind of thing.
Possibly, but it feels like people were disrespecting droids even back then.
The Clone Wars was something Obi-Wan name-dropped once. There is no, oh, but look at the robots from the Separatists. There were no Separatists. That was invented 20 years later.
I mean, fair.
That's the point. We're trying to point out that like they're going out of their way to explain stuff that didn't need explaining.
Yeah, like, is it a clever explanation? Sometimes it really is. But it also is like, hey, this awkward writing 30 years ago? I'm gonna fix that myself. Like,
I'm gonna fix it. Gotta fix it. Fix it, Felix.
I not notice that. T Elite says, other retcon in the book, we get a name of who submitted the threat report that Tarkin ignored because it was one of the main characters. Story. No, but that's worse. The point is he was supposed to be arrogant. The Empire could never lose. That's all you need. And Daniel Brandt says, wasn't there a scene in A New Hope where Carrie Fisher did a British accent because she was trying to emulate? Was that the reason, or was it just like at some point she dropped the accents?
Yeah, when she's speaking to Tarkin, like she's speaking with a faux British accent, which implies that maybe that was the first scene ever filmed, and then she like, you know what, drop that, just go back to speak with your normal voice, and then just left it in. I'm more confused how that one guy called her Princess Leia. You'd think someone on set would have pointed out that's not how her name is pronounced.
Well, you know why he said that is because he's only ever read it. That shows he's a reader. Okay, we got that much.
All right, we are coming up on 9:30 here. I'm calling it a night. Unfortunately, I'm very lost.
I have to do it.
I am so lost. Indeed. I have to get back to work on scripting the Metal Gear Solid review. Want to thank you all for coming out here. We're having a good time playing Descent. There's only so much game left. We'll be moving on to, I think, Hitman 3 afterwards. Whenever we finish the game. Probably there's like 6 or 7 levels left. So if we're going at a rate of 2 per night, maybe another 3-4 weeks.
We'll see.
Yep, well, thank you all. Keep an eye out for the Metal Gear Solid review. It's going to be a long one. Buy merch, buy Pride Robomats. Have a good and safe Pride. Y'all have yourselves a great rest of the evening. I want to thank my wonderful guests. Lotus Prince.
Well, thank you for having me. I have recently finished uploading a full Deadly Premonition 2 Let's Play, and I will be streaming on Monday, Suikoden 5, 10 p.m. Eastern. Wednesday, I just started Phantasy Star 3, the old one for Genesis. And Friday, we'll be doing the Picnic Panic DLC for The Messenger.
Ooh.
Want to thank RN Jesus.
My pleasure being here. I'm glad I'm getting back to the swing of things after that whole ordeal last month.
And I want to thank Xandru.
Just did a stream today on Twitch. So if you want to check out my Ghostbuster shenanigans on that, just find me on Twitch. Just Xandru Productions with an X, not a Z, because poor literacy is cool. So Tuesday, Twitch. I'm playing more Dead Space. I am gonna be stomping and crushing dead aliens. And so much stomping.
Isaac Clarke in his stomping boots.
Yeah.
Have you seen him?
Oh, absolutely. And on Friday, 7 p.m., more Doom, The Dark Ages.
All right, thank you all. Have yourselves a good rest of the evening.
And shout out to Eliza, Zen, and Crimson as well.
Yes, Eliza, Zen, and Crimson, who all had to leave. All right, bye-bye.